Hello and welcome to News Cycle here on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Edikan Michael. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on NACOMSAT. The Northern Elders Forum has reiterated its opposition to the federal government proposed tax reform bills, demanding their immediate suspension and calling for extensive dialogue with stakeholders. The forum criticized the federal government for failing to engage critical stakeholders and experts before drafting the reforms. In a press statement released and signed by its management board chairman Haumin Dagas, the forum outlined the potential adverse effects of the reforms on northern Nigeria and the country as a whole. The federal government has allocated over 7 billion naira to the Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria in the 2025 appropriation bill aimed at revamping the nation's arms production capabilities. Established in 1963 to manufacture weapons locally, the corporation's performance has been repeatedly questioned as Nigeria continues to rely heavily on the foreign countries for arms and ammunition. The successive administrations have promised to revitalize the corporation, committing significant funds to boosting the domestic production of weapons. And now some senior lawyers in the country have disagreed over the prosecution of judges who were recently recommended for compulsory retirement for falsifying their ages. The National Judicial Council, under the chairmanship of the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kekere Ekun, in a statement on 15 November, disclosed that 2 heads of the courts had been recommended for compulsory retirement over the age falsification. And now the Chief Justice of Imo State High Court, Justice T.A. Chukwuemeka, was recommended for compulsory retirement, while the NJC also directed the Grand Kadi of Yobe State, Babagana Madi, who had 3 different dates of birth: 10 December, 28 January, and July, in all in 1959, with the actual date of birth being the 1952 to go on a compulsory retirement. And now the security matters, the Commander 211 Quick Response Group of the Nigerian Air Force in Owerri, Air Commodore David Bello, has restated its commitment to the welfare of veterans in the state. Bello said these are the 2024 base socio-cultural activities and chief of the Air Staff Party organized by the Nigerian Air Force in Owerri, the state capital. The commander, who thanked the veterans for their years of dedicated service to Nigeria, assured them of continued protection and cooperation. And in the meantime, the Nigerian Air Force says it has acquired 12 additional fighter aircraft to boost the operation capabilities of the force. The new additions to the fleet include 2 King Air 360 light transport aircraft and 4 T-129 attack helicopters, 2 Augusta Westland 109 trackers, and 4 VL-62 surveillance aircraft. Chief of the Air Staff Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar said that these during a parley with the veterans resident in Kaduna, stating that the Nigerian Air Force is poised to take delivery of 24 M-34-6 fighter aircraft and 10 additional Augusta Westland 109 tracker helicopters from Italy. Governor of Enugu State Peter Mbah and his Anambra State counterpart Professor Charles Soludo have praised President Bola Tinubu for his commitment to the development of the Southeast region following his official visit to Enugu State. Tinubu's visit, they said, underscored his administration's focus on regional development. During the visit, the president commissioned several projects executed by Mbah, including the smart green schools, rural roads, and 150 patrol vehicles fitted with AI-embedded surveillance cameras, as well as Type 2 primary healthcare centers, a part of the ongoing construction of 260 such centers across the state wards. Meanwhile, President Tinubu says his administration will complete the Eastern Belt Line connecting Port Harcourt in the oil-rich Niger Delta to Maiduguri in the northeastern Nigeria. Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, revealed this in a statement that the President gave the assurance during an interactive session with the Southeast leaders during its official visit to Enugu State. The Eastern Rail Line project aims to reconstruct and expand the existing narrow-gauge railway connecting Port Harcourt and Maiduguri. The process of appointing officials to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has come under scrutiny, with stakeholders urging reforms to safeguard Nigeria's electoral integrity. The call for change is one of the 142 recommendations derived from the post-election reviews and stakeholders' engagement documented by the electoral body. The stakeholders include civil society organizations, transport unions, media executives, and political parties, among others. Now, concerns about the alleged partisanships and questions regarding the qualifications of some appointees have raised doubt about INEC's neutrality, leading to debate about its credibility. Respected Nigerian pastor and gospel minister Nathaniel Bassey has been invited to minister at the presidential inaugural prayer breakfast of U.S. President-elect Donald Trump on January 20, 2025 in Washington, D.C. The event, a non-governmental and non-political gathering, will be hosted by Reverend Mary Turner ahead of the swearing-in ceremony of President-elect Trump and Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. Now, the renowned gospel artist from Akwa Ibom State is no stranger to the United States. In 2024, the mayor of Albany, New York, declared October 6 as Pastor Nathaniel Bassey Day in the city. Kogi State Governor Ododo has ordered an immediate crackdown on attackers responsible for the killing of 2 farmers on Friday in Odo-Ape community of Kababrono local government area of the state. Ododo issued the directive in a statement signed by the state's Commissioner for Information and Communication, Kingsley Fanwo, and shared with journalists in Lokoja. The governor said that he had instructed the state security advisor Jerry Amadora to collaborate with security agencies and local vigilante groups to ensure the perpetrators are apprehended and brought to justice. President Bola Tinubu has paid an official visit to the Oba of Lagos. Oba Rilwan Akiolu had his palace, a site rich in culture and tradition. In a statement shared on X by the president, he praised the virtues of traditional institutions and their leaders, noting that traditional institutions play vital roles in shaping the society. President Tinubu disclosed that during a visit that discussed the role of traditional institutions play in shaping the society and how they can improve on the role as partners in governance and development, emphasizing the importance of leveraging traditional values in building a cohesive society that promotes prosperity for all citizens. Former Governor of Sokoto State, Atairu Bafarowa, has alleged that notorious terrorist and bandit kingpin Bello Turji had mobilized his men and launched attacks in communities along the Zamfara-Sokoto axis, calling on the government to intervene. A report have indicated that Turji, whose relatives were allegedly detained by the security operatives for alleged terrorist act, issued a 1st January 2025 deadline for his relatives to be freed. A local in affected communities had told journalists that Turji and his men had since launched attacks on the communities, particularly those in the Shinkafi local government area, causing hundreds to flee to supposedly safer locations. The police command in Jigawa State has confirmed 9 persons dead and 4 others injured in a communal clash that occurred in the state. The police public relations officer in the state, DSP Lawan Shishu, confirmed the incident in a statement issued to newsmen in Duse setting. The incident occurred at Golulu village in Megalogo government area. He explained that the incident occurred after residents of the village discovered that a shop in the area was broken and goods looted by unknown persons. Number 100 news, Imo State Governor Senator Hope Uzodinma and his wife Chioma Uzodinma have celebrated a decade of marital bliss. The special occasion took place at the Government House Chapel in Owerri, Imo State, the capital, with a holy mass presided over by the auxiliary bishop of Olu Diocese. In attendance were senators, governors, and other dignitaries who came to honor the couple. Our correspondent in Imo State, Amachibe, report.
It was a moment of joy and thanksgiving as the governor and his wife celebrate the occasion in an atmosphere of love and gratitude. In his sermon, the bishop emphasized the importance of love, unity, and faith in sustaining a successful marriage.
But if I have a child, I tell that child, you are bad, you are bad, you are bad. Then he sees, okay, since mom says I'm bad, let me be bad. about that child. If you tell that child, you are going to do well, you will do well, you do well, you do well, then that will spur him or her up to do something better. We can change our story about our people.
Governor Uzodimma expressed gratitude to God for the gift of his wife and the journey of their union, thanking the guests for their presence and support.
Marriage is not easy. The Bible telling us, wife, respect your husband. Husband, love your wife. It's very easy to say, but it's not very easy to keep. But in my own, today, my wife can testify. I've done my best to keep to this biblical.
Lagos State Governor Senator Adams Oshiomhole spoke on behalf of the governors and senators present at the event.
I can clearly see that it's been a happy journey, a one that truly God has blessed, God has endowed, and we're grateful that we're witnessing, or we have witnessed today's event.
I think Governor Hope, NNPC need people like you as maintenance officers so that their turnaround maintenance will not be on and off. You will be sustained, continuous, and renewed. Because anybody who saw you in the church, and even now, Madam, my brother did try.
The celebration was marked by the cutting of the anniversary wedding cake, music from different artists, and other performances that graced the couple's exemplary marital life.
Can I have O?
O.
A V?
V.
And E?
Governor Uzodimma's 10th wedding anniversary serves as a testament to the enduring power of love and unity. As families, friends and well-wishers celebrate this milestone with them, it also highlights the importance of strong family values in leadership. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
You're watching the live broadcast of News Cycle here on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. When News Cycle returns, all marketers forecast petrol price crash to 500 Naira in 2025. We shall bring the details as well as foreign sports and business stories after this short break. Please stay with us. Welcome back to the rest of the news to business. All marketers under the auspices of the Petroleum Product Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria have charged the federal government to privatize government-owned refineries, encourage competition, enhance transparency and accountability, and invest in infrastructure to improve the operations in the downstream sector of the petroleum industry. Specifically asked for the privatization of the 125,000 barrels per day Warri and Kaduna refineries. The marketers also call on the government to enforce local content development, enhance effectiveness of compressed natural gas in 2025, and tackle petroleum product smuggling. The traders further asked the government to prioritize access to crude oil and provide an 100 billion Naira grants to rescue the 10,000 businesses affected by subsidy removal. Now, there are significant indications that prices of premium motor spirit, PMS, popularly called petrol, may crash further this year. Experts noted that petrol, which currently sells for between 900 and 950 Naira at many fuel stations across the country, may have its price further crash into as low as 500 Naira a litre in the course of 2025. Stakeholders say the likely drop in prices of petrol in 2025 is premised on the strong downstream sector propelled by the deregulation policy of the federal government. Industry players believe other reasons for the price drop include stable foreign exchange policy, the price competition, the Naira for crude policy, and the coming on stream of the Port Harcourt, Warri, and Dangote refineries. Meanwhile, Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum says the state government will subsidize the cost of petrol to farmers in communities affected by the insurgency. Zulum announced the subsidy in Bama town when he flagged off the distribution of farm inputs to over 5,000 farmers hitherto displaced by the Boko Haram insurgent. According to Governor, a litre of petrol sold between 1,000 and 1,200 in Maduguri will be subsidized to the farmers at 600 naira per litre. The federal government has allocated 132 billion naira to support farmers and farming activities in the year 2025. This allocation, disclosed in the 2025 Appropriation Bill, forms part of the broader plan under the National Agricultural Development Fund aimed at tackling poverty, low productivity, and limited access to resources which have long hindered agricultural growth in Nigeria. Under the fund signed by the former President Muhammadu Buhari in October 2022 is established to drive agricultural development and serves as a critical vehicle for financial support and policy implementation. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has again clarified that 1,000 staff members who opted out of service in December 2024 were not forced to quit their jobs. A CBN Governor, Layemi Cardoso, started this in Abuja at an investigative hearing of the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee probing the circumstances leading to the exit of the staff members and how the sum of 50 billion naira severance package for the affected persons was arrived at. Cardoso, represented by the Deputy Director of Corporate Service of the CBN, Bala Bello, added that the affected persons opted to disengage through the voluntary early exit program with payment of full benefit. Allowing a big move to simplify the immigration processes and address key concerns, New Zealand has announced several changes to its visa and employment requirements. These include the removing wage thresholds for the AEWV and SPWV roles, in reducing the experience requirement for migrants and introducing new pathway for seasonal workers. This experience requirement for the immigrants will be reduced from 3 years to 2. This ensures migrants are significantly skilled while addressing the key issues raised during the consultation. And more on the foreign scene, local authorities have reported a fire at a vegetable market in North China killed 8 people and injured 15. Guangzhou District People's Government say that the blaze in a city northwest of Beijing injured have been taken to hospitals for treatment and are currently not in life-threatening danger. The district government added that the fire at the liquid market broke out at 8:40 a.m. local time and was extinguished after the 10 a.m., although the cause of the blaze is under investigation. Russia has announced that its air defense systems intercepted 8 United States-supplied Army tactical missile system and 72 drones. These missiles, known for the 300 kilometers range, were authorized for the Ukrainian use by the outgoing U.S. President Joe Biden last year, addition that Kremlin described as a significant escalation. Now, the Russian Defense Ministry also reported capturing the village of Madila in Ukraine's eastern region, one of the few remaining areas under the Kiev's control in that region. And also, we wrap it up here on Global TV News Cycle. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365, start time channel 276, and free to air. Like I said, kindly follow us on all social media platform using @Global TV NG. On behalf of the entire production team, we say thank you for joining us on News Cycle. My name is Edikan Michael. See you again.